Hey guys, I hope you've had a good week so far and that you're having a great Friday. For this week's video I thought I would do something a little bit more personal than, well, I guess doing a challenge with my parents and my grandparents is quite personal already, but you know what I mean. So for this week I decided to do a little bit of a reveal to you, I guess, about how much I like to hoard and how sentimental I am, because if you know me in real life, then you know that I will probably keep anything that you give me if it has some tiny amount of significance, or that I think it was cute, or I don't know, anything, to be honest. I keep things from people who I'm not friends with anymore. I keep things from like trips, films I've seen, I don't know, anything that I feel like I would like to look back on at some point, if you get what I mean. So I have this great big box that I keep everything in, which is actually overflowing. And I'm probably gonna have to buy a new one soon because I just can't help myself. I don't know. I love things. I love keeping things that people have given me. So I think I'm just gonna get started and just shut up for a bit. So first thing that I see, oh, by the way, they're not gonna be in like the order that I necessarily put them in, because I have looked through them since I put them in the box, and also they kind of just get jumbled when they're in there, I guess. So the first thing is a Madame Tussauds envelope, I guess, and this is from 2007, so I was 7 years old, and it's just this photo with my dad there and me looking like I'm about to crap myself because we're on a ride, and yeah, those things kind of like freak me out. I don't actually remember this trip because I was 7, but I just think it's cute to keep. The next thing is very dusty. So this is the program from one of Darren Brown's shows. He is like my love. I love him so much. When I found out he was gay, I was very, very sad, because that guy, Jesus. I've seen him live 3 times now because he's amazing. And also, the last show we went to, which was a couple months ago, he like hinted that it might be his last show. I was like, boy, no. So this was 2015/16, so not that long ago, and I went with my dad to this because it's kind of like creepy, magic-y, those kinds of things, like sci-fi type things of mine and my dad's sort of thing. Like Darren Brown, the first one that we went to, it was my dad and I, and the second one we went to was my dad and I. The third one, my mum came as well, but it's always just kind of been like mine and my dad's thing, I guess. But yeah, I have some nice memories from that. Okay, so here I have a collection of drawings that I think I got people to do when I was about 10, 11. I went around my primary school classroom with this little notepad and I got everyone to draw like their own portrait type thing. So this is a guy called Nix. Yep, good portrait of yourself there, love. This one's of a girl called Lainey. She even signed it. She becomes famous. I've got her signature. And then I've got one of my best mates, Kirsty. That one's pretty good, to be honest. And then this guy called Josh. A girl that I'm still like in classes with as well, called Gary. Her one's a little bit creepy. Like, what is that? That face is quite creepy. and then a guy called Alex. Apparently, this is what he looks like. I also have my yearbook, which I don't understand why we got these at like the age of 11, but at the same time kind of glad we did, because primary school is probably like my favourite childhoody time, so it's quite nice to like have all of like the people in here. I might not show them just because I'm not sure if like people have a problem with me showing like photos of them and stuff, but it's just really cute. Like, oh my god. Right, this was my diary when I was, I think, I don't actually know. Let me see if I've written the years in here. Okay, so this is my diary from 2009, so I was 9 years old. Me, my sister and our best friend in Bulgaria, we used to have sleepovers and stay up really late, you know, recounting our really exciting days in one of these. We'd sit there for like maybe a good hour with like these smelly jelly pens and stuff, like, and as you can tell, well, me especially, I had this little obsession with stickers. Yeah, I have a lot of packs of like 3D sticker type things that I was like in love with. I think I'm gonna read you one of the entries, but I think that this could be a video on its own because it's they're a little bit weird. Let me know if you want to hear any more of these, because you've got to bear in mind I was 9 years old, so the way that I perceived worldly, the way I perceived our drama basically was very different to how it probably was. And also a lot of the time in this like diary, I would just be talking about food. Not much has changed. Okay, so this is an entry from the 18th of the 8th, 2009. Basically it says, "Dear diary, this morning we had to wake up at 9 AM and be ready at 9:30, only 30 minutes. In brackets, half an hour to get ready. This is because our friend Rosa, well, she's mostly Baba's friend, Baba's my grandma. But anyway, she was gonna pick us up to go and get rings. I got one with a cute little heart on it, and after that we went with Mimi to the supermarket that has a shopping centre on the top. It has 4 floors. Oh, I also really loved exclamation marks at that point, like, it's very exclamative. I bought a clip and a lipstick and a hairband. At 6 PM we went to see the little kittens, then we went to the park, then we went to the school, but Mimi got upset because of Strian and she ran off. We took a long time to find her, and by the time we found her we were all unhappy." To be fair, that used to happen. If one of us was unhappy, we were all unhappy. After Scylla and Mimi had an argument up until 11 PM. It was so... Oh. I never finished that. It was so. So yeah, that's one of the entries of our little antics when we were kids. If you want to hear any more of these, then let me know down below. A lot of these are just like cards, so I'm not sure if you're like that interested, but this one wasn't from that long ago. This was a birthday card that one of my best friends, Heidi, made me. I'm meme-lighted! Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay. Son? Can you like not do this right now? Cool. I've just had to pull the curtain over, and literally I have had to put up a light because earlier it was like all dim and dark and stuff, and now the sun blinds me. Like, England is just temperamental. It's temperamental. Right, I've changed my camera angle and everything because I realised you're kind of like facing upwards, you couldn't really see what I'm doing. So if you're wondering why that's changed, that's why. So I found some photos that like sum up me and my friends in Bulgaria, to be honest, or one of my friends in Bulgaria. His name's Stoyan, and he's very out there, let's be honest. Yeah, we had a sleepover with us and some of our friends, and he let me put makeup on him. This was the outcome. He looks really happy. And then this is one where he put on our 90s. Yeah, those are the kind of things that we go up to. Oh my god. I don't know what year this was. I think this was 2 years ago. This is a photo of the two of us. Quality. This little drawing thing is from one of my first articles that I wrote for The Guardian, and no one was like prepared to draw me any like cool annotations or anything, so I had to make things myself because you couldn't use like photos off Google's and stuff. Google's? You couldn't use like photos off Google, so I just like, yeah. Not much else to be said about that, to be honest. So this was the sign that I made for mine and my, like this was, the room that I'm in used to be like completely, like it used to look completely different because when my sister lived at home, we shared a room. So we used to have like bunk beds and all of that jazz. But I'm holding this upside down. This is a sign that I made to put on the door, which stayed up for like years. It just says Monica, that doesn't even make sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense, but it's not correct. It says Monica's and Stella's bedroom, knock before entering. And then my sister decided to put a little Spanish sticker up there because she wanted to ruin my masterpiece. Oh, I'm stuck. But yeah, this stayed on our door for a very long time. So this is a photo of me and my two cousins when we were, it doesn't say when this was, but obviously quite young. I'm not sure if you can see that. That's my sister there, me, my cousin Will and my cousin Abby. We used to like, when we were young, like kids and stuff, we were all really close, and like everyone used to say that me and my cousin Will used to look more alike than me and my sister did. Me and my sister don't look that alike, so I'm not surprised that people said that. Also, I'm not gonna like get into it because I'm corny. I'm very corny when I fancy someone. But yeah, I used to write people a lot of notes, and I still do, to be honest. Like, I'm a very like wordy person, so I like to express myself through writing most of the time. So yeah, there's a lot of love notes and stuff in here, but I'm not really gonna read those out because they're a little bit too embarrassing. I do have little like short stories in here though, and like stories that I never finished because I've always loved writing, as I just said. Like, I love writing in general, but I also love like creative writing, like story writing and stuff. But most of the time my problem is I'll have an idea, I'll have a concept, I just can't really like make it into a full story. But yeah, so there's a lot of like little short stories in here which I can read you too if you would like. So again, say in the comments if that's something that you'd like to see. Okay, going back again to my Bulgarian friends, a lot of these things will be associated with them because we have a lot of good like memories and stuff, but I don't know when this started, but we started doing this thing where we would take professional photos of like our group as sort of like a remembrance to what we looked like and stuff like that. So this is the one from 2014, and this is probably the cringiest one that we've ever done. The photographer like made us stand in this pose, and I don't know why we all went along with it, but yeah, so that's us. Pointing, I don't even know why we're pointing, but we paid for this. Also, because like a lot of my friends know that I'm very sentimental and stuff, as you saw with my friend Heidi. A lot of them make me like photo cards or like personalised cards, because I mean a lot of the time I'll keep normal cards if they have something a little bit different about them, but yeah, especially if like a card's been specifically made. This one's made by my friend Sandra. Like, I'm definitely gonna keep it. It's definitely going in there. This little box, right, I wasn't gonna show it, but it's part of my childhood. There was a guy in my primary school who basically kept proposing to me. There was one time he proposed to me with a macaroni bracelet, and then there was a time when it was just with a necklace, and then there was this. So it says, to Monaco, and there was a little Haribo ring in here, and it just said, will you marry me, on a little note. I don't know if I have the note. But basically I was a savage and I just ate the ring and said no. Yeah, I mean, you give me food, what more can you expect from me? It's gonna get eaten. So this is a poem that I wrote when I was in primary school. It doesn't say when, but it's special. I'll read it to you. It says, it doesn't even make sense. Okay. I was in kitchen polishing my bling, then the doorbell rang. Who was that, Z Ping? Can you tell me, missy, how to referee? I surely can tell you, not at all for free. Show me lots of money, show me some respect. We can have some fun then, more than you expect. Sounds a bit weird. Run outside, you young men, on the football pitch. Don't be too afraid though when you get a stitch. You can play for England, you can be a star. I'll be your agent, driving flashy car. You can then be famous more than you will know. You will be the first one, Cheamfield's young hero. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Don't ask. Okay, so this is kind of an embarrassing card of like both me and my sister. The back is hilarious. As I said a minute ago, people make me a lot of like personalised cards because they know that that's what I like. So here's a lovely card of me and my sister. Well, it's from my sister and it's a load of really bad photos of me and her. And on the back it says Trolls Forever. It doesn't say what birthday this is. I think I was 14 because it said have fun in Germany, which I went to Germany when I was 14, I think. As a child, my eyes, like, look at this. I was a scary demon child. My eyes were so big. I mean, obviously your eyes stay the same size, so like they kind of are generally big on children, but because I have really dark brown eyes, I just kind of looked like I was possessed or something. I also have like old song lyrics in here because that's also something that I have attempted to do before. I'm not gonna sing this out because they're just not that great. But yeah, song lyrics. So I have some really bad photos of when I was overweight with my grandma. Okay, so that's one of them. It's not like, they're not like the happiest photos because I just don't like seeing myself like that, but I mean, you can't ignore it. It's part of me. It's part of who I was and who I am. So it's another one there. Oh my god, these I love. My friend Rob gave me these when we were quite close. They're like Spanish comic books because they're called Monica's Gang, and yeah, they're like these children's little comic books, and they have like little activities as well. Just really cute. Like, I love these. These are really, I love them. This one's quite like personal, I guess, and it's something that I'm planning on doing like a whole video on, because I know that a lot of people struggle with this, and this channel and like my blog and stuff is kind of all because I mean, I enjoy this kind of thing anyway. I like media type things, but I'm also someone who really likes to like give some sort of advice and feel like I'm kind of helping someone, or like, I don't know, passing on things that I've learned. And these little like pieces of paper, I was struggling, and I mean, who isn't still, but I was struggling with my confidence, and I remember searching up on Google actually how to make yourself feel more confident. And one of the steps it suggests is writing lists on like compliments that you've received, things that you're scared of, and like things that you recognise are your fears and faults and stuff like that. And I did them, and I'm not sure how much they necessarily helped me at that time, but they're quite nice now to have a look on and see if anything's like changed. And it's quite like a visible demonstration of like how many people do compliment you and how many people do like your like, you know, qualities and stuff. I'm not going to get into it because, as I said, it is something that I want to film as an entire video. But yeah, it's just like these kind of things are the stuff that I like to keep and remind myself that I did go through things and I did go through bad times, and it's proof, I guess, that I'm at a different point now and things do change and my confidence is better, and I'm still working on it. I'm still like trying to develop every day on like how I see myself, but it is something that has developed, which is nice to see. Okay, so back to a little bit more lightheartedness. This is the birth certificate for my flower baby in year 6. So I don't know if any of you guys did this as well, or any of your like primary schools did this, but we had this, I think it was a week, where basically you would make this baby out of a sack of flour. I think it was 1 kilogram, or maybe more than that, I'm not quite sure, but you would like dress it in baby's clothes, and you would take it in like buggies around school, and like you just have to carry it and take care of it all day. Mine was called Hayley Nicole Murray, and apparently the doctor's name was Dr. Smith. How inventive. I mean, how inventive is that? But yeah, so I was 11. I had my first kid at 11. What about you? This is the last thing that I'm going to talk about, just because this is already way longer than I thought it would be, and I'm not even halfway through my like memory box. So I might do a part 2 to this video, because I mean, I haven't even gotten through most of my things. Let me know if that's something that you want to see. But this photo is like the literal description of how I still react if someone takes my food. I've had a lot of like, not a lot, but I have had disagreements with people over them taking my food, or just being hangry. A lot of my friends know that my hangriness is scary. It's really scary. I'm just gonna show you. So I'm sat here in the buggy, and this massive chipmunk, I think he was from Alvin and the Chipmunks or something like that, came and took my Milky Bar buttons. Now, you can see on my face I'm not happy about it, and I cried, and he ate them. I mean, this is a child's like place. It's for children, and this random adult in a chipmunk suit took my chocolate Milky Bar buttons, and he or she ate them. They ate them. Like, you don't take food from a 4-year-old, let alone me as a 4-year-old. But yeah, I mean, you can see my mum's laughing, my sister's like intrigued, and I am sat there crying because a chipmunk stole my Milky Bar buttons. Anyways, so that was my video for this week. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you are like interested in seeing a part 2 to this video, then please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Also let me know if you want me to read any of the more like interesting extracts from my diary, and let you know of some of the more scandalous parts. No, I'm kidding, I was too young for that, but there's still funny things in there. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, if you want to see more of these kinds of things, then please like and subscribe, and I will see you next Friday.